Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Coffee Time with Almeida. How's it going, everybody? Here today is Saturday. It's a special day for us to be doing Coffee Time because I usually don't do it on the weekend. But it's a beautiful day, and we had some technical glitches earlier this week, so now we're recovering. And next Monday, we started off back again on Monday. So today on our show, or my show, we have Berklee Professor of Electronic Production and Design, Brian Cass. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming on. This is awesome.
Coffee time.
Coffee time. What do you got in there?
Some coffee, some unsweetened almond milk.
Oh, nice.
I like the frothy kind, for the coffee.
Yeah, I'm a coconut milk. My wife is almond milk. She likes vanilla almond milk. Oh, not anymore. No, it's actually. What do you use? Oh, flaxseed. She's using flaxseed these days.
Ooh. I didn't realize you could milk those seeds.
Yeah, they squish them down and then the milk comes out. Interesting enough, do you know how to make almond milk?
Somebody explained it to me once before. You let them soak and then you squeeze them, right?
Yeah, so you soak them and then you puree them and put them through a cheesecloth.
Yeah.
So it's, I make orgeat all the time for the restaurant, or I used to do that. And, yeah, we used to make almond milk for, toasted almond syrup.
When you make it yourself that way, is it extra frothy?
If you put it through the blender enough, sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You should try it if you're bored.
I've certainly tried a variety of different brands, and there's certain brands, that tend to be more expensive and come in smaller containers. That the good shake, it's amazing. Nice and bubbly, makes your coffee just foamy enough.
You ever shake your coffee in the mixing tin?
No.
Yeah, that's really frothy. You definitely get a good froth to come in.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, so I would do like...
All right, hold on.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I did that once. I had my laptop all set up to work one day. This is years ago. I went and made a cup of coffee, and I was ready to sit down, and I don't even remember what project I was working on, but I was going to sit down and just bang it out that day. And I walked into the room and slipped a little and just dumped the entire coffee right into the laptop.
Oh,
it's the worst.
Ruined.
Of course, back then, you could take a laptop apart and just dry it all out and put it back together later that day, and it worked. These days, you need a soldering iron to take this computer apart.
Yeah, I think it was 2008, and I had just moved to Brooklyn, and I had my computer in my backpack, my messenger bag with a bottle of water. And the water opened up into the computer.
Nice.
And I just dried the computer out, waited a couple days, turned it on, it was fine.
Yeah, my story just now was from Staten Island, so those are both good New York stories about computer mishaps.
Computer mishaps. It's insane. But like you said, nowadays you do that, you're toast.
Yeah, it's all one circuit. It's crazy.
Yeah, I had a friend spill a glass of red wine into his brand new MacBook one time. Gone.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sad story. I'm looking to see if I can pick up any comments here. Hey guys, say hi to Brian and I. We can set this little chat here. Let's see if we can respond to you. Anyways, so you're really beautiful out. You're in Mattapoisett, or you're Marion?
Marion. It's near Mattapoisett. It's the closest landmark is Gilda's Stone Rooster.
Oh, nice. You tell me a little about that spot.
For the people that are, used to just driving Route 6 through most of these towns. What's that? There's a place right near there too. Gateway, I think. Gateway Tavern, something like that. It's right over the bridge.
Okay. So you're really not that far from where I live.
No.
So I'm right past. Have you ever go down downtown Plymouth before?
Yeah, to the guitar pedal shop.
Oh, yeah, sure. So you drive probably right by my house. So you hit down Fellow Furnace.
Yeah.
You, you come in through those two gas stations and you pass over 495,
Yep.
and then you just keep going. And eventually you pass my house. But we're right past State Forest, right from
Yeah.
Carver into Plymouth.
Yeah. I don't know my way around there much at all, but
I didn't either until I moved here. So I think I've been
yeah.
here like 3 times. Hit the obligatory Plymouth Rock visitation when you're a child.
Sure.
And probably I think we went to the Plymouth Plantation a couple 2 or 3 times.
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah. Have
Never
you ever
Killer's
been to that
Farmers
guitar
Market.
pedal shop?
Uh, you know, no, I haven't. The one in the brick building, right? I go to the music store across the street, the Music Box,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Yeah.
have
I've
not
seen
been to the
that.
Guitar Pedal. So you been there a bunch of times?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. I mean, I go in there with my whole pedal board, my guitar, try stuff out for a while.
Oh, really?
It's fun.
Oh,
Yep.
I want to do that when civilization goes back to some sorts of normal.
Yeah.
We should meet up down there. That sounds fun.
Sure.
So you're teaching at Berklee.
I am. Well,
Um,
I'm teaching here.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's all right. A lot of zooming. Um, you know, like I'm trying really hard to just sit comfortably right now, but I find myself in so many of my classes, I end up like lurching, and
Mm.
my posture falls apart after the first 30 minutes of a class. Uh, but it's been going surprisingly well. I mean, I like the part that I don't have to commute to Boston. That's nice. I mean, it would be better on campus. There's no question. It's not like this is an improvement. I just mean it's going maybe better than I expected, I guess.
Hmm.
you know, a lot of the students really showed up and did extra work in order to have the proper experience. Even though they don't have access to the studios and we're not hanging around and talking in the hallways after class and stuff. It's very different, but they're doing really well. And
Now
then there's other students that also just kind of disappear because we people throw the word quarantine around quite a bit, like we're all quarantined, but we're just staying at home.
Mhm.
But when you're sent from Boston, go back to whatever country you originate from, those students are actually being quarantined. Like they're sitting in a hospital room for 14 days. And then if they move to another city to actually get home, they're potentially quarantined again.
Ooh.
That's a tough way to do your schooling.
Yeah, stuck in the hospital room, not be able to leave. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. Do you have a lot of kids that had to go back abroad?
Yeah. Yep. Tons of them.
My cousin's actually in Edinburgh right now.
Mm.
She was on a program out there, and now she's just there.
Yeah.
Um,
How long was that supposed to last?
well, there's this crazy loophole if you have Portuguese heritage where you can get European citizenship.
Oh yeah, sure.
So she's working on that. So she actually has to stay there for 5 years. I don't know if it's like all the way through. I think she can come back and forth, but she has to be like there most of the times.
Yep.
So she was planning on staying for a while. Now she's just stuck, and I think she's actually able to collect unemployment there pretty soon because she's been long enough and she's been working there long enough.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Imagine not being able to come back to your home or being stuck in a hospital.
Yeah. Right. I mean, a lot of those students that did go back to, other countries, a lot of them had 5 or 6 flights canceled before they finally got one to take them home.
Wow.
It was tricky for a bit there, and I mean, so many of them are still like plugging away and sending me their projects and doing their homework, amazing.
I listened to your Twitch stream for your senior. Was it senior projects or what was it?
Oh yeah. That was the senior showcase for our department.
Yeah,
So
that was
the
really cool.
491 is their capstone senior projects. And so usually we all get together in a room and it's a nice little community event for our department because it's sort of like the underclass, the students that are just sort of in the core courses and stuff still, they get to go there and see the students that have been doing it for a few years. And it's for most of us, it's like the last time that we're going to see some of those students that are graduating. So it's a cool event to all get together and congratulate them and see their work. But obviously we weren't going to do that this time. So the department set up a Twitch channel, and I feel like it was actually that one event in some ways it benefited from doing it remotely, because instead of the students being really nervous and getting up on stage and saying, my name is Brian Cass and my project was this or that, and then showing it, they all made videos ahead of time and were watching it with us. And everybody, the whole comment stream is going the whole time. So it was a really different experience, but I feel like it was really good. And it also obviously was open to anybody to watch. So like you could go there, you otherwise wouldn't have even known about it, So it was kind of cool.
And I'm sure people's parents got to watch. How often does that happen, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes because they usually have the graduation the weekend after that. So sometimes if it's the spring semester, sometimes there are families there. But we do it in a pretty small room. There's always people sitting on the floor. I'm sure we're over capacity in there, So sometimes there's just people waiting outside trying to get in.
I think at one point you guys had like over 150 people on the stream. And that was like right at the beginning when I started watching.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the numbers so much, but it did seem like it was being viewed for sure.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, there was a lot of really good work too. Like some of those students, because also part of our process is that halfway through the semester we do juries, which means they show their works in progress to a panel of faculty. So I saw a lot of those projects halfway through. We did one jury session in person, and then we did one over Zoom, like after spring break, after everybody had kind of been sent home. And so to see the progress that they all made between then and now was amazing, and like a lot of them are doing it in airports and, hotels, and it's crazy. Some of the progress made was astonishing to me.
Sorry, just 1 second. Someone's getting murdered back here.
Oh yeah.
Hang on 1 second. Hey. Oh yeah. That little boy likes to go out, run around, scream.
Sure. Yeah. I like screaming.
Oh yeah, it's like the background theme. Ah! What software are your students using mostly?
To some extent, it's kind of class dependent. I mean, we try not to make it like that, like we try not to have this be like a Pro Tools course, a Logic course, but that inevitably does happen sometimes, But I would say most of them, if you sent them all home without any regulation and just said, use whatever you want, I feel like most of them these days are using Ableton.
I got Ableton about a year ago. Actually, less than a year ago. I love it.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I use it every day. I think that Logic is kind of coming back. There was a new update to Logic this week that brings a lot of Ableton type stuff in. So that's going to get interesting. I always liked Logic. Logic was my main thing for many years, but then it was like Ableton version 2 or 3. I'd started taking it pretty seriously. You ever use Bitwig?
No, I've never heard of it.
Bitwig's fantastic. It's don't quote me on this, but my understanding is that it was a bunch of developers at Ableton that left and started over.
Oh.
So it's very similar to Ableton, but there's a lot of uniqueness there too. And they've been working on it for several years now, and it's gotten a lot more modular, and you can really treat it like an instrument. Like I try to treat Ableton like an instrument. I don't treat it so much like a tape machine. You can record into it and you can mix with it, but I sort of treat it more like just a big sampler. And Bitwig is really powerful in that same kind of way.
Do you use
But
them
then if
together?
I haven't done that so much. What I usually do is I'll use Ableton or sometimes Bitwig for like the programming and some of the sound designy stuff, just to get something off the ground. And then if I'm going to plug in a nice microphone and really start recording proper audio, then I'm going to be using Nuendo or Cubase or sometimes Pro Tools. You know, so it's sort of like a two-phase approach. I think a lot of people do that, you know, because mixing in Ableton